So we're going to move on to the next quest, but before we do, there's something very important that I wanted to point out here because I haven't heard a single person complaining about the fact that Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon is jam-packed with loading screens. And yet, Starfield supposedly was this horrible game because it had all these loading screens. So let's just take a minute. This is a 2025 release, an amazing game, but where is the complaint? Where are the complaints about loading screens? This is why I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of the people who will shit all over Bethesda, but they won't make a peep about other games that have just as many, if not more, loading screens than Starfield. So here we have an example. We're doing a quest up in this region, and we're in a town, and here is a little village that we're going to go into. Loading screen. We just had a loading screen a second ago, exiting from a house. So this is a house, loading screen. Hang on. I'm going to go over here. What's this? Loading screen. What's up, Desmarius? Hang on, we're not done yet. Yeah, loading screens in Starfield were quick too if you're playing on a modern machine. I played on the Series X, which is what I'm playing this on. Loading screens in Starfield are just as quick. Loading screen. Hang on, we're not done. This is one little village. I'm going to show you the map here in a minute. And what I want to know is, where are the people making the angry, ranty, bitchy videos about how this game and this company, how this game sucks, this game is trash, you know, Awaken Realms needs to modernize their studio, they need to get with the program, why can't it be seamless? Like, where are all the the super ranty, bitching videos about how this game sucks because it has so many loading screens? Hang on. I think that's all the village. That's all the buildings in this village. So this map, as an example, this is one tiny, I know, JP, right? This is one tiny area. Over here, another area that we were just at. Loading screens all over the place. This area up in here, loading screens. This area over here, we got all these villages. See, each one of these, if I go to I think it's this quest right here. So see each one of these orange dots? That's a major point of interest with loading screens. Every single one of these areas is a loading screen. You want to see something else? Hang on, I'm not done. We're not done. We are not done. I want to see the ranty bitchy posts from the same people who shit all over
I'll
Starfield.
be keeping my eye on
I want to
you.
see those same people make videos about this game, and I want to see them shit all over this game for the loading screens. Here on, we're going to fast travel. We're going to fast travel to a city. Loading screen. Hang on, hang on. We're not done yet. Exactly, Hexcellence. It's a double A game and it's not Bethesda, so it's getting a pass because the people who hate on Bethesda make money as grifters. That's how they make a living, is by shitting on Bethesda. That's the grift. The grift is, it's cool to hate on AAA. AAA can't do anything right. AA beats AAA every time. Blah 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 blah. All right, so here we are in town, right? Loading screen. Every building in this game has a loading screen to enter. Just like Bethesda games, every single building, every single zone, every single structure, every single cave, every single ruin, every single dungeon has a loading screen to get into. Every single one. And yet, not a peep from the people who claim that the failure of Starfield was all of its loading screens. So, I'm calling you out, Bethesda haters. You gotta be consistent. Where's the hate for the loading screens in Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon? Get it together. If you're gonna grift, you gotta grift everywhere. You can't pick your, you can't be, picky about where you're gonna grift. You gotta do it everywhere.